After the sketching phase, one of the most important parts is thinking about how the sculpture will be split and how the assembly parts will look like. Starting to do reasoning on how the engineering parts of the entire figure will look like. First of all, let's start to analyze a bit the position that I've selected for this character. As we can see, we are able at the same time to see all the swords. We see the Enma, we see the Kitetsu, and we see the Ichimonji. So we see all of them at the same time, and Zoro is trying to look in the same direction of the Enma. So we have 3 swords, and of course we will have every single of them built. So I will say here 3 times swords, and of course as soon as I say 3 times swords, we need to look at the sayas here. We have 3 different sayas, 1 for every single sword, and of course we will do the 3 sayas. The other step that I for sure pursue will be sculpting the head. For the head, I see already that we have at least 2 pieces. We will not do the neck. We will do here a part to be put on the neck as a plug for the neck, and we will sculpt till the forehead. So we'll do the nose and the main parts. The forehead will be not detailed as the bottom part, but we will need the forehead. Above the forehead, we will do the bandana. So let's say the bandana will be there, and it will sit actually on top of that, like this. And now one big thing is actually the hair. So we will have hair here behind. If there will be a single piece that will be put here or not, this is something that I will think after that I build up the main part of the head. So I will write here now as a side note, hair with a question mark. What will be the next step is will be the chest and the upper part of the body that we see here. For sure I will do the arms separately, because this gives me the possibility to work on the arms a little bit more effective and easily. And this means also that we will perform a kind of a cut here, and we will do a cut over here like that. And the arms 2 times arms, including hands. Of course, if we are able to split the sculpture in different small chunks, small parts, it will make everything easier as soon as we want to proceed with the publication. So this means as soon as we want to do a casting of our master, because then we'll do a mold for every single part, and it will make our life easier as soon as we want to paint every single part. And the most critical part of the entire studio will be for sure this part here, because I can already see that we'll have a lot of pieces in there. The upper body will be something like so we have this like that. It has to go in this band, in this stripe, in this green stripe that Zoro normally has under the kimono. It would be something like, something like that. It has to go inside. But at the same time, we have here three different elements. We have the upper part of the kimono, we have the obi here, and we have the bottom part of the kimono. And all these three things have to come somehow together in a way that feels and look like a single unit. For sure we will do the upper part of the kimono. So this means that actually this has to go inside the upper part of the kimono. And now that I'm thinking about it, the upper part of the kimono will for sure have the arms. And if we will think about that those arms will move, probably will floating because of some sort of energy pushing up or something like that. We see actually also here that we have this kind of movement here, right? So we have this kind of flowing, and this implies that actually here there is kind of energy coming up from Zoro, like a haki that is being infused inside the swords in order to make them black and something like that. So we have to think about it. Probably it will not be so static. We'll put some kind of movement inside, and as soon as we put a bit of movement, means that also the arms here of the upper part of the kimono will not stay, let's say, in the same place as normally they will be if there will be no energy. And if this will be the case, I can imagine that just these two parts will be separated. The second part that will come under the upper part of the kimono will be the obi here. So this means that we need here again a single unit here for the obi that is actually flowing, and probably this flowing part will be again a single part. So what I can imagine is that we need one part for the obi, the red one, so the red obi, this is going here, and here we need to put here inside the sayas. We need to plug the sayas and to keep them in place. So I can probably imagine here that if we see the sayas from the front, something like, I don't know, like that. Something like that. Probably will be one of them that will have a kind of plug, so the male plug. And through that we will put the other sayas. So we'll have here like that, and we'll have here like that, and then what is actually remaining through will go deep inside here. But this means too that we need to hide the sayas, because if the sayas are there, it means that actually the obi is holding the sayas. So we'll need another piece here that is actually holding the sayas. The obi will be split in three. So we'll have the first part, P1 obi, P2 and P3. Afterward, as soon as we are done with this one, we need to focus on the bottom part of the kimono. Bottom part. And finally, we will have the trousers and the boots. So we'll have the trousers and we'll have everything, the top part here, everything will be held from the trousers. We'll have a big holder on which all of them will be piled on. So at this point we have all the parts. So we have the boots, we have the trousers, we have the bottom part of the kimono, we have the red obi split in 3 sayas, upper part of the kimono, this other band or stripe or whatever we want to call it, upper body part, arms, head, bandana, and swords. And actually we are done with the main components, I will say. What I'm asking to you right now, and please let me know your opinion in the comment section below, is what do you think about the smoke and about the thunders or the lights and so on. So I don't know if you want to do it, if you would like to have it, if you have some ideas about it, because for now, as I see, I don't know, those are not essential somehow in order to build up the sculpture, the main sculpture. Therefore, I see that your opinion on that, it's really important. At the end of the story, so we'll have for sure 20 pieces plus more or less 5 pieces, optional pieces. It will be something challenging. I was expecting that with Zoro, because Zoro has a lot of details and a lot of stuff. But the biggest, let's say, challenging part would be this one. These will have a big thunder here. And that's pretty much it. That's it. I think we analyzed all the different assembly parts. As I said, this is now only a rough sketch in order to understand where are the main difficulties and how many pieces more or less we will have during the sculpting phase. If everything will remain like it is, we will see it only during the sculpting phase. And open points for you, let's say homeworks for you. Please let me know what you think about the smoke and these thunder lights, black lights with red stripes and so on, because I would like to know if we need to model them and build them inside in the figure, or if we have to leave them away. Thank you for listening and stay creative.